Hi, welcome to my channel. In this video, our essay topic is related to buildings, and our essay prompt is the restoration of old buildings in major cities in the world involves a lot of government expenditures. This money should be used in new housing and road development. To what extent do you agree or disagree? I have underlined some important words. Our first word is restoration. For this word, you can use different synonyms in your essay. Like for restoration, you can use the word upkeep. Restoration and upkeep. Repaired and renovated. And you can also use this word preserve. So preserve, repaired and renovated, restoration and upkeep. You can use these words instead of using this word again and again in your essay. For this word, world, in the world, you can write around the globe. In the world and around the globe. For old buildings, you can write this word in different ways, like better than old ones. The new modern buildings, of course, look much more glamorous and function better than old ones. So instead of writing old buildings, we can write better than old ones. Some old buildings, like for this is a collocation for for old buildings. So some old buildings, and for new housing. For new housing, you can write roads and new buildings. New buildings and roads, the modern buildings, modern architectural techniques, modern buildings, constructing new buildings. These are not synonyms, but these are the different ways of writing a word in a different way. So newer buildings, newer technologies, other such buildings. For expenditures, you can write spend. Okay, so for old buildings, we have better than old ones, some old buildings, and demolish old buildings. And for new housing and road development, we have roads and new buildings and roads, the new modern buildings, modern architectural techniques, modern buildings, constructing new buildings, newer technologies, and other such buildings. Now look at the introduction. All buildings are there in almost all major cities around the globe. Some opine that it is pointless to spend money on the restoration and upkeep, and that it would be better to spend that money on roads and new buildings. I partially agree with their view, as we have to agree to what extent. To what extent do you agree or disagree? So I partially agree with their view. I believe that those old buildings which are neither beautiful nor useful should be demolished, whereas those buildings which add character to a place, give it a technique, identify, or have a historic significance should be repaired and renovated at all cost. Now our body paragraphs, then our conclusion. Just read these body paragraphs and get the idea from this essay and write this essay in your own words. Then conclusion. To summarize, the decision to preserve or demolish all buildings should be made after considering many factors. If the old buildings can be used effectively or may be made into tourist attractions or are giving a unique identity to a place, these should definitely be preserved. Only if a building is occupying a lot of space and is unfit to live in, it should be demolished.